Good morning. This is May the 5th, Thursday, 2025. We are in BBA second semester, compulsory English class. We started reading Unit 6, academic writing, in yesterday's class. And what I did yesterday was I brought, no, you can't make it now. No, after my class.
2 minutes. So
It will disturb my class. यत्रो बेर बसिरहेको थियो बोल्दैन अनि अहिले पढाउन थालेछ अनाउन्समेन्ट हुन्छ अघि पनि यही थियो त थिएन अघिबाट यही थियो नि त म यो सेटअप गर्ने बेलामा आएर बोल्न सक्थ्यो नि त जे पाइ त्यही कसैले गर्नु हुँदैन कि म अघि 5 मिनट स्पेन्ड गरेँ नि मैले यहाँ होइन उनीहरू बाहिरै थियो त्यो बेला आएर भन्न सक्यो क्लास सुरु गरेपछि स्क्रिन सर भन्दा आउँछ आई डोन्ट लाइक सच बिहेभियर ओके So what I did was I brought a number of books, right? And I mostly focused on the cover page of those books. And I focused on the key words in the cover page and tried to make you understand what is academic writing, right? Now I'll go around the class and first check your assignment. Have you done the essay writing? Why?
I was absent. I was always.
You were absent. I have nothing to say. Have you done the assignment?
Sir, I was absent.
You too were absent. Have you done the assignment? Where is the essay? Where does it begin? Okay. You talk about style, you talk about process, you talk about structure, you talk about elements, you talk about who does. I have a question. Was this essay generated by any AI? Give a very honest answer. No? Okay, fine. Good. Have you done? Okay, formal style, analytical writing, okay, vital role, okay, fine. Good, you could write 3 paragraphs only, fine, it's all right. Have you done the essay? Huh? What's your name? Roshni Bhatta. Why you didn't write the essay?
I forgot about it.
You forgot. What will make you remember the assignments? You should have a diary and then note assignments. And at home, you check the diary before you sleep. If you forget like this, you won't grow. Remember, you need to grow. And only hard-working people grow. Have you done assignment? You were absent. Miss Soumya, where is the assignment?
I forgot to do.
You forgot to do. God. What should I do to make you remember?
I'll write in my diary from tomorrow.
Okay, from tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes. Mr. Dangol, have you done? Why?
I was studying for compartment.
You will?
I was studying for compartment exam.
Oh, you have compart exam. Miss Stella Maharjan, have you done assignment? Formal style. I see everybody's assignment begins the same sentence. Academic writing is formal style of writing. Why everybody has the same sentence? If you wrote at your home, if you wrote the essays at your home from your heart, why your sentence have same sentence? Academic writing is a formal style. Yours, academic writing is a formal style. Academic writing refers to formal style, is a formal style. Yours, academic writing is a formal style. So you are copying from a common source. Otherwise, why will the same sentence come? It's not possible. If you were writing on your own, because human mind, her mind, my mind, cannot think exactly same thing, right? Have you done? Have you done assignment?
No, sir.
You were present in class yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Why you could not do?
I mixed up the schedule. I thought your class was tomorrow, so I didn't do
Oh. Have you done assignment?
I was not.
What's your
I
name?
didn't came yesterday.
You were not present. What's your name?
Samrat. Samrat.
Samrat. What's your name?
it. On this tower.
Sandesh. Have you done assignment?
Sir, I was absent.
You were present?
No.
Not. Have you done assignment?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Assignment. Now on top of the assignment, write your name. On top of the assignment, on top of your assignment, write your name. Now in your class, choose another student whom you want to read your essay and write their name. Write reviewed by. Write reviewed by. Or write reviewer. Write your name, and write reviewer. And write someone's name. Quickly. Do it. Write reviewer and write someone's name. For example, just an example, you could write her name, she could write your name. For example, find someone in the class who is your friend, all our friends, and whom you want to read your essay. They will read your essay. Quickly. Okay. Have you written names of reviewer? Have you written reviewer's name? Have you written a name? Yes. Okay, now those who are assigned as a reviewer, when this class is over, you will tear the 2 pages or 1 page, whatever you have. You will give it to them. They will take home. And the essays you take home, you will carefully read. You will go to Google and write, my writing teacher has given my friend's essay to me, and he said I should review this essay. Gemini, please tell me, how should I review this essay? I don't know. And Gemini will tell what to do when revising. You print that instruction of Gemini to submit me. You print that instruction and follow Gemini's guideline and revise this essay with red or green ink. Red or green ink with lots of comments, and bring to class tomorrow. Is my instruction clear? Yes, sir. I repeat here. You will take home the essay written by your friend. Then you will open Google Gemini and write a prompt like this. My writing teacher has assigned me to review my friend's essay. It is a first draft. The topic of this essay is, what is academic writing? My teacher said I need to review this essay, but I don't know how to review. Then write, could you please tell me in detail what I should do when I review my friend's essay? Hit enter. Gemini will tell you, look for these things in the essay. Now print that page or write that instruction by Gemini in your copy. I will see that. I will see. And accordingly review the friend's essay. What I will see? I will read Gemini's instruction to you, and I will see how honestly you followed that instruction. And your friend tomorrow will take their essay home and they will revise accordingly. Then they will submit the essay to me and I will comment accordingly. Thank you. So now let's start. So as yesterday, what I am doing, I will open some more books and I will either talk about the cover page of the book or I will talk about the table of content. And this class will be teacher centered. The purpose of this class is to provide you with information about what is academic writing, and I will point out the characteristics or features of academic writing. What you will do, you will carefully listen to me and you will note down the things I say. And you will add these things in the essay you are writing. Here we go. So here we have a book about academic writing published by Cambridge Press. Very, important publisher. So first thing is, academic writing is a writing that demands essay writing skills. If you do not know how to write an essay, you cannot do academic writing. For example, you should be able to find a topic for the essay. You should know the structure of the essay. You should know how to write the introduction. You should know how to come up with a good thesis statement. You should know how to develop the discussion paragraphs. You should know how to write the conclusion paragraph. You should know how to incorporate the references if necessary. So, academic writing is primarily about essay writing. Mainly, it's about writing essays, right? Okay. Second, if you are good at speaking, chances are you will be good at writing also. It is found there are 4 language skills: speaking, listening, reading, writing. You can group these 4 skills in 2 categories. Receptive skill, skill to get information. When you listen, you receive information. When you read, you receive information. When you write, you produce information. When you speak, you produce information. So if you are good at receptive skills, you will be good at productive skills. If you are good at reading, you will be good at writing. If you are good at listening, you will be good at speaking, right? And if you are good at speaking, chances are you will be also fairly good at writing because you will have ideas. Okay. So you can write for the internet, or these are the topics, right? Then, okay. Academic writing is based on reasoning. You make argument, you make reason. You write because A, because B, because C, therefore D. You make reasoning, right? Then academic writing is highly persuasive. It tries to convince the audience about something, about your claim, right? It is written in prose style, not in like poem or not like a story, though academic writing may contain stories, right? Okay. Let's check next book. Here is a textbook on academic writing. You can see the title, paragraph to essay. There is something called basic writing. Basic writing is beginning of writing. For example, under basic writing, you might study how to compose sentences. Subject, verb, object, like that. They will teach you how to write sentences. Right? Simple sentences, complex sentences, compound sentences, complex compound sentences, short sentences, long sentences. Academic writing, when you join academic writing class, it is assumed that you have basic writing ability. We assume that you know how to write good sentences. So academic writing begins with paragraph. If you see some well-known books on academic writing, as I will show you, books for students, their first chapter begins with paragraph writing. They don't teach you sentence writing, because assumption is you know sentence writing. So they teach you how to write paragraph, descriptive paragraph, narrative paragraph, cause and effect paragraph, etc. And academic writing ends with essay. Normally some people say that an essay is a 5 paragraph. That's a wrong notion. An essay may have 5,000 paragraphs or 5 paragraphs. But never think that an essay has a 5 paragraph structure. But in high school, mostly many teachers teach students that they teach you to write 5 paragraph essay. How does it come? It's a wrong notion. Don't follow that. But what they do is, like paragraph 1, introduction they will say, and paragraph 5, conclusion, and paragraph 2, 3, 4, discussion. 3 paragraph for discussion, 1 introduction, and how. This is good to learn in the beginning, but understand that you will write essays which have many paragraphs. Depending on the intensity of the topic you choose. Then okay, here is another book. As you can see, the picture also gives you some meaning of academic writing. What do you see in the picture? You see students working alone. Most of the academic writing, though your teacher may ask you to do in pair, you will do alone, in silence, in the library, in your study room. Look, academic writing involves visuals also, pictures also. You take notes, you write on the laptop, right? And it is a very advanced kind of writing done by students at higher level of the university, like bachelor's, master's, PhD. Your PhD thesis is a very good example of academic writing. Perfect example of academic writing, right? Okay. See, there are 3 words which I would like to focus on in this book. A good book, very useful book. Fearless writing. Why academic writing is fearless? It has a meaning. When you write for academic purpose, you should be honest as a writer. You should not hide something. You write what you feel. Even if you know that you will be criticized, you write it. You speak the truth, even if people don't like it. Because academic writing is a writing that creates new knowledge and that aims at changing society. Second, academic writing is based on rhetoric. What is rhetoric? Rhetoric is standing like this and speaking to you to convince you about something. Rhetoric is persuading people to believe what you say. Politicians make a lot of rhetoric. Like last time you saw in Nepali politics, they said, Griha Mantri ko chhanbin hunu parcha. They made their rhetoric. Kina hunu parcha? Then other parties said, Griha Mantri ko chhanbin garnu jaruri chaina, waha doshi hununna. Another rhetoric. You say something and you convince people. Academic writing also, you make a claim. Like for example, present models of intercultural communication are fragmented. You said, you made a claim. Therefore, I am proposing an integrative model of intercultural communication analysis. And you present the model, 3 parts. Individual system, episodic system, and the final. Okay. Rhetoric. You say something and you give reasons to convince people to believe what you are saying. Academic writing uses rhetoric or art of persuasion. Inquiry. Second most important thing about academic writing is it answers a question. It solves a problem. It makes an inquiry. When do you make an inquiry? You make an inquiry when you feel that you don't fully understand something. You inquire, what is it? Why it is like this? You make inquiry when you lack understanding. You make inquiry when you feel that present understanding is wrong. Maybe the way we understand this is wrong. Inquiry. You explore. You pose questions in academic writing. That's why we say research questions. There is no research unless you develop research questions with why and how. Right? Then, argument. Academic writing uses argument. What is an argument? You make a statement. People end up having conflict in intercultural communication because they do not understand how cultural identities are formed. Statement. Now it's not enough to make a statement. You give proof. Then you talk about how cultural identities develop. You talk about approaches to cultural identity, like in the essay you read in your course. Then you bring evidence and you make argument. So academic writing has 3 important elements. It persuades, it makes inquiry, questions, raises questions, tries to explore, find answers, and it makes an argument. Academic writing, as this book tells, is done by humanities students. It is also done by social science students, and it is also done by people like you, management students, right? Look here. Just few minutes. Academic writing requires careful planning. You plan your research. You do preliminary study to write a proposal. First, you choose an area of interest. Then, you go to library. You read sources in that area of interest. Then, you read what other people have written. Then, you try to find out gap in the knowledge, what they have not written about. And you pick up, oh, this area is not explored, I'll talk about it. Right? Research is a genre. It's a very special type of writing. It has its own convention rules. Right? It has structure. It has organization. Right? It has abstract. Every research paper, if you have read, like last year you read one research paper about women's business, if you remember, in first semester. There was about women's business. That women and entrepreneurship something. It began with an abstract, opening paragraph, right? It has a beginning, middle and end structure, right? It follows a step, one step at a time. You write sequentially, right? You design paragraphs. You must know how to write paragraphs, otherwise you can't write good academic paper. Paragraphs, components of paragraphs, as I said, topic, sentence, topic, controlling idea, supporting details, concluding sentence. Topic, sentence, meaty middle, more is in the middle, final sentence, paragraph appeal, right? You need to learn about sentence types, simple sentences, complex sentences, compound sentences, complex compound sentences, periodic sentences, right? Subordinate clauses, main clauses, language very important. Okay. Punctuation, cohesion, the sentences should fit together. Paragraphs should fit together. Citation, your words, not mine. When you borrow words from other people's books, you cite what book, book's full name, what author, author's full name, what publisher, publisher's full detail, place of publication, page number on which you got the word or sentence or the paragraph you copied. You acknowledge your sources. You try to convince your reader about what you are writing, right? You convince reader to agree with you. You make reasoning. You emphasize your ideas. You evaluate other people's ideas and you build your report. Okay. Look how important things are there. Okay, finding your way in academic writing. This phrase, finding your way in, tells one very important thing about academic writing. What is academic writing? For example, you are 20 people in this class. You are already here. Let's say that group 1, group 2, group 3. Now I come in the class. I don't belong to this class. Maybe I'm another section. And I come, so when I come here, first I look at these groups and I decide which group I want to join. Which group I want to join, I decide. Then maybe let's say I walk around, take a chair, and then, I take a chair and then I look how difficult. I need to find a chair. I need to find a chair. I must find a chair. If there is no chair, I can't stay in this room. Then I decide, where shall I go? Okay, I look at them. I feel like, oh, I don't want to talk to them. Maybe they don't match our subject. Oh, I say, oh, she's only single person. I won't like to talk to her. Then I go this side. Oh, he's a smiling person. Oh, this guy looks jolly and maybe flexible, talkative. I join here. Hello, how are you? And we talk. Look, there were 30 people. I chose to talk with him. Academic writing is exactly like this. How? How? Let me explain you. Let me explain you. You read book 1, you read book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5, book 6, book 7, book 8. You read 8 books. So reading 8 books means meeting 8 authors, 8 people. Right? And you will see that when you read their books, they are talking about something before you came there in the library or in the book. They are already in a conversation. Now you join their conversation. How do you join their conversation? First, before you join the conversation, you must listen to them. I came here and I sit here by these girls. So I joined this group. On the coffee table, have you seen when you go to a restaurant late and join your groups? They are already in conversation. So first you listen to them. And once you listen, then you join the conversation. You say something. You cannot say anything. You cannot say anything without listening to them. If you speak without listening, they will say, के कुरा गरेको हामी त अर्कै कुराबाट कुरा गरिरहेछौँ त. Topic will be different, right? Finding way in means understanding what people are talking about and joining the talk, right? Academic writing is finding a space. It's about knowledge gap. Finding what the people do not know and contributing that knowledge, right? See, from inquiry to academic writing, it's a wonderful book. What do you learn from this title? Academic writing begins with inquiry. The first step in academic writing is having a question. Having a question. For example, yesterday, I gave you a question. What question? What question did I give you? What is academic writing? And you are inquiring that question through these books. Inquiry. What does inquiry mean? Asking. Inquiry means finding out. There is a crime. Somebody is murdered. Now the police comes. They set up an inquiry. They arrest him. They suspect him. They pose questions. They check his phone number. They check his cell phone. Whom did you call? What time did you call? Right? Inquiry. I was coming to Kathmandu last Monday, and my Saza bus hit the police van, and 2 police personnel got heavily injured because of jolting. And you know why this happened? That's why I say don't use mobile phone. My driver, I was just behind the driver in the bonnet because I had no seat. I was by the side. Within 5 kilometer driving, he received more than 5 telephone calls. There was a bucket at the front, there was a mobile phone. Every 1 minute, he will pick up the phone. Ko boleko, he will talk, he will drive. And there was a police van escorting our vehicle because there was a strike. There was a police vehicle escorting our bus for safety. And what he did? He was talking on the phone and he was steering with single hand, left hand. Right hand phone, left hand steering. He did not see the vehicle. And he tried to steer and save, and he hit. The policeman took him to Jilla Prahari Karyalayah. It took 4 hours to settle the issue. So what is the point I was making? Inquiry. Something happened. Our bus hit the policeman. And the policeman had to find out why this happened. And you know what happened? Interestingly, we did not tell the policeman that he was using mobile phone. Why? We thought if we tell he was using mobile phone, they will arrest the driver. And if the driver is arrested, who will drive the bus? How shall we come to Kathmandu? Look, we hid the truth for our interest. One policeman came inside. He talked with us to find out. के भएर भयो होला के भएको थियो and the driver said बालुवा थियो चिप्ल्यो and we knew चिप्लेको होइन फोनमा कुरा गरिरहेको थियो देखेन इन्क्वायरी पखैमा आउँछु म कान कम सुनिरहेको छु के भन्यो बागलुङबाट होल नाइट ड्राइभ यस्तो हान्दियो पुरा सिसा फुट्यो साइड फुट्यो त्यो पुलिसको गाडीको पछाडिको कुच्चियो अगाडि बसेको ड्राइभर त्यो पुलिसहरू त अगाडि ठोकिएर पछाडि आएर ठोकिएर यहाँ काट्यो के पुरै सिसाले कस्तो नराम्रो चाहिँ काट्यो एकदम त्यो सिसा पुरै सिसाले काट्यो के तर हामीले भनेनौँ पुलिसलाई मोबाइल चलाएको भएर किन भन्यो भने ड्राइभरलाई समाज छ ड्राइभरलाई समातेपछि हामी जान पाइँदैन भनेर सी व्हाट डु यु लर्न फ्रम दिस मान्छेले आफ्नो सेफ्टी कम्प्रोमाइज भयो भने सत्य बोल्दैन आफ्नो सेफ्टी कम्प्रोमाइज भयो भने सत्य बोल्दैन म सत्य बोलिनँ नि किन म जान पाउँदिनँ भनेर यहाँ किन बोले यहाँ बोले फरक पर्दैन नि त सी ह्युमन नेचर राइट के अरे भयो हो भयो अब हेऱ्यो भने थाहा पाउँछ नि मान्छेले के भयो भनेर तिमीले के सिकाए सिम्पली इन्क्वायरी when something happened you pose questions. Academic writing also begins with questions. Now you write an essay like transportation problems in Nepal and take up this story, right? An example. Okay, inquiry. So academic writing begins when you have a question. But the question is, how do you have a question? You arrive at a question only when you read a lot. So actually, academic writing begins with interest in reading. Interest in reading. Fundamentals of academic writing. Let's check what this book says. What are fundamentals of academic writing? What are the basic components of academic writing? See, organizing your ideas like words, sentence, paragraph. If you don't have good vocabulary, you can't write. If you don't know how to write good sentences, you can't write. If you can't compose paragraphs, you can't write. Right? Similarly, you should know sentence structure. What is simple sentence? I go home, simple sentence. What is complex sentence? What is compound sentence? What is complex compound sentence? Right? You should have good knowledge of grammar, verbs, nouns. You should know writing process, pre-writing, collecting of ideas, while writing, picking up pen and writing, revising. Right? You should know how to develop ideas, journal. Do you keep a journal? Anybody? Journal is a diary, or your private diary, where you write your private thoughts. Okay. So writing can be descriptive, you know. You can describe something. You can describe a picture. You can describe days. You can describe your day-to-day happenings, your hometown. You can remember something that happened in past, memories. That's all. Okay. Handbook of academic writing for librarians. Though it is for librarians, if you pay attention, you can learn certain things about academic writing. For example, let's check and see what is there. See, academic writing you must generate good ideas to start writing. Right now in this class, do you see, I am explaining something. I know it is teacher-centered. I know it is lecture-based. But you are not paying attention because you don't value it. So you will not learn. You will not learn if you don't listen. You will not learn if you don't note down. You will not learn if you don't want to learn. What am I doing? I am showing you important books, table of content, and helping you understand what is academic writing. And look at Miss Bhatta there, busy with talking with Miss Basnath. Right? Paying attention. So I was saying, you need to have good ideas. Then your ideas should be noteworthy. People should pay attention to you. Right? And it's not enough to have ideas. You must know the ideas. Have you seen? What do we write? We write to record memory. Why? Because memory is, what do you call? RAM. No, ROM. ROM, read-only memory. You can't write. Or RAM, I don't know. I mean, memory is fragile. You easily forget. So not to forget, what do? You note down. When you meet a new friend, and they give you their telephone number, you note down. What do you note down? Because you want to call them back. And you think you will forget it. So you note down in a mobile phone. By noting their number, contact number, you make the memory permanent. Right? Okay. What makes good writing? What makes good academic writing? Content. Your subject matter. Your ideas. They should be original. Academic writing uses original idea and ownership. You write something and you take a responsibility for writing. In that class, I checked assignments. 5 people begin their essay with the same sentence. And I said, do you live in the same room? No, in 5 places. Then I said, how come 5 people coming from 5 places have same sentence? And the truth was, they had copied from one source. They could not take ownership. It was not their writing. It was someone's writing. It was Google's writing. Google wrote for them and they copied. Right? So ownership, scholarship, it creates knowledge. You get money for such writing. It uses theory, ideas. It has structure. What's the structure? Academic writing has organization, beginning, middle, end, introduction, discussion, conclusion, parallel structure, length. It has certain length, right? The teacher gives you how many pages will you write, how many paragraphs will you write, how many words. It uses style, clear writing, precise. Don't use a lot of words. Say a lot within few words. Continuity, tone, point of view, production style, mechanics. You pay attention to grammar. Verbs, adverb, pronouns, punctuation, right? You pay attention to punctuation. Spelling. Okay, what is a good paper? See. Did you make any notes out of my class today? Where are the notes from today's class? Look. यत्रो बेर पढाएँ एउटा पनि टिपे हैन क्लास थाल्दा पनि यसरी बसेको थियो अलि यसरी बसेको यसरी हुँदैन नोट सार्नु पर्यो नि पढाएपछि यो के भयो प्रेजेन्स अफ बडी भयो के भएन प्रेजेन्स अफ माइन्ड भएन दुईटा प्रेजेन्स हुन्छ क्लासमा एउटा प्रेजेन्स अफ बडी भन्छ अर्को प्रेजेन्स अफ माइन्ड बडी भनेको के जिउ क्लासमा हुनु माइन्ड भनेको अटेन्सन हुनु देखो तो नोटहरू कति टिप्यो आज क्लासमा के टिप्यो देखो केही पनि छैन ऊ खाली पाना छ 1 घण्टा त्यत्रो कुरा भनिसक्यो केही पनि छैन खाली पाना छ अब केही लेख्न भन्यो केही नै आउँदैन नटिपेपछि कहाँ लेख्छौ कसरी लेख्छौ सुरुमा भने हैन म भन्दै जान्छु सार्दै भने हैन मैले नोट टिप्यो भने हैन अब मोबाइल चलाऊ मैले बारम्बार के भनेको छु तिमीलाई क्लासमा मोबाइल झोला ननिकाल भनेको छु भनेको छ कि छैन पहिले जवाफ देऊ मैले क्लासमा बारम्बार मोबाइल ब्यागबाट बाहिर नराख भनेको छ कि छैन मैले यो कुरा भनेको छ कि पहिले जवाफ देऊ न पहिले यस नो छ कि छैन त किन मोबाइल बाहिर निकाल्यो तिमीले किन बाहिर निकाल्यो मोबाइल त्यो मोबाइल यहाँ ल्याऊ त यहाँ त मलाई देऊ त फर इक्जाम्पल त्यो मोबाइल यहाँ किन बाहिर किन राख्नु पर्ने स्क्रिन नहेरी भन्न सक्दैन मैले बारम्बार सम्झाएँ कि मोबाइल ब्याग बाहिर नराख किन डिस्ट्र्याक्सन हुन्छ किन तिम्रो दिमागै मोबाइलमा हुन्छ अनि किन बाहिर राख्ने मोबाइल नचलाइकन बस्न सकिन्न म बाहिर पठाइन्छु बस बाहिर कुर्सी राखेको छ बस चलाउने नि त फेरि छ त कसले रोकेको छ र 10 लाख तिर्ने कसलाई मोबाइल चलाएर बस्ने बुद्धिमान त हो नि कसले 10 लाख तिर्ने 4 वर्षको बाहिर मोबाइल चलाएर बस्ने मैले रोक्दिनँ नि त होइन मान्ने हो मैले के सिकाएँ मोबाइल बाहिर भएपछि डिस्ट्र्याक्सन हुन्छ नोटिफिकेसन आउँछ फ्ल्यास बल्ला केही आवाज आउला दिमाग त्यहाँ जान्छ नोट कहाँ बनायो आज पढाएको तिमीले कहाँ बनायो आज पढाएको तिमीले के बनायो आज पढाएको यो आजको हो यो तिमीले के टिपेको छ तिमीले कहाँ टिप्यो आज पढाएको तिमीले आज पढाएको के टिप्यो केही पनि छैन अनि कसरी हुन्छ नटिप मेरो के जान्छ मैले त सम्झाउने हो I'll stop here. Now, wait a minute. Tomorrow or Sunday when I come, 2 things. You will bring printed hard copy of the academic writing textbook, which has been already mailed to you in a mailbox. I mailed that book on March 20, on day 1 of the semester. I mailed you 3 books. One, this compilation. I mailed you Death of the Salesman play. I mailed you academic writing textbook. So now, Sunday, you will come with a printed hard copy like this. And if you came in my class without printed hard copies, I'll be shouting at you. I'll be scolding you. I might put you outside class. I might not. But you must have the book. Because that day in class, we will explore our textbook. We'll see what is there. Second, the essay you wrote yesterday, earlier you wrote reviewer's name. Tear the page, safely hand it over to the reviewer, and you get essay by your friend, take home, go to Google, Gemini, AI, open and write. I have an essay, first draft, written by my friend in the class. The topic is, what is academic writing? My teacher has asked me to review the essay, but I do not know how to review. So Google Gemini, could you please tell me, what do we do when we review the essay written by one of our classmates? The Google Gemini will give you a plan. Look for these things. Either you print that plan or you note that plan. Now, according to plan, do review the essay with red ink or green ink. At the end of review, your friend's essay will look dirty because a lot of comments will come there. You will comment about spelling. You will correct the spellings. You will correct grammar. You will correct punctuation. You will remove some sentences. You will add some sentences. You will break paragraphs. You will comment. So at the end, the friend's essay will be full of red and green writing. Right? Then at the bottom write, reviewed by your name, put your signature. And when you come on Sunday, bring that essay to you. Your original author will take it back home and do a revision accordingly. And then he will submit, or they will submit to me, and I will revise. Thank you. Thank you.